So, hello guys, welcome to the podcast between SRC and Makaira. Tim, nice to meet you. First time we speak, and I'm looking forward to hear from your expertise and your challenges you face and what your customers face. And maybe it's time for you to introduce yourself.
Well, thank you, Til. Nice to meet you too. Tim Grootendorst. I work for SRC. SRC is a company from the Netherlands, and we're an experienced solution provider in the domain of product information. And what we do is we help businesses to achieve and maintain product data excellence, so that you're in full control of your data. And we do that from the Netherlands, like I said. We're a small town in the north of Holland. It's called Hoorn, for the experts knowing us. And it's pretty small town, but it's a lovely city. And like I said, we do that with 30 colleagues and helping our customers in that domain. And you, Makaira, we've met first time in person, but I know Makaira for a bit longer. So what is your role there?
So first of all, perfect pronunciation. We talked about that earlier. Makaira. Yep. It's a fish, basically. It's a very fast fish. So Makaira stands for speed. We do headless commerce, headless CMS, if you want to call it like that. And as you said, you help people, we help people as well. We help people getting the flexibility back in the front end. Being able to put content on your front end, telling stories about your products and about what you do. And our goal is to give you a nice and good front end, which is fast and flexible in 10 or less days. So that's pretty cool. And we have stuff to talk about, I guess.
I think we have a lot alike. I mean, we both focus on, I think if I can summarize it, on product information, on data about products. And I think that is, at least is what we see the biggest challenge nowadays. Consumers asking more and more information before they make a buy. With the internet, it's so easy to compare. It's so easy to see what your competitors are doing. And we see a lot of companies struggling to get the right data to the right destination, I would say. So how do you see that with your customers? Is that something you see, and what are the details in that?
So basically, as you said, data is necessary, and good data is very good. I guess your front end or your shop is just as good as your data is. Said something with the weak link. We can come back to that later. Many shop owners grew with like the COVID and everything around them, and sometimes forgot about their data and their PIM. So what they challenge is, for example, like the flexibility in the front end, but also the quality of the data that is necessarily needed in today's e-commerce business, I would say, since, as you said, like the increase of the information demand is getting bigger, and the competition is getting bigger. People are showing even more stuff to advertise the product, and everything comes from good data. So as you said before we started the recording, for maybe like search and filtering and guided selling and maybe bundle products, people need to be ready to collect all of the data from wherever they just have to get it from, I don't know, and have a good foundation for their business and putting out content and even I don't know, maybe selling stuff somewhere else, maybe not just the front end, maybe somewhere on the point of sale or something. And this is where the PIM comes in, I guess. You trigger me with the word foundation.
I think COVID over the last couple of years proven that now even those companies not having online presence were forced to. But you also see that over the last couple of years, more and more marketplaces pop up. We all know eBay, we all know Amazon, we all know the big ones, but there are literally thousands of them worldwide. And it is the big question for retailers, for producers, how to get your feet into all those marketplaces. There used to be a time where you could, had enough on your own website, your own web shop, but you're not there yet today. And the challenge is Amazon is asking a lot of different information than you need in your own web shop, or that your resellers are asking when it comes to cross-selling products, referencing a sweater with the jeans or shoes with a shirt. And getting all that information to the right channel is a big challenge, because requirements change. You have the requirements from the channel that you serve, but you also have legal information that is required, especially in the food industry, for instance. What is the allergic information? What ingredients are in there? And you need to make sure that you comply to all those requirements. And that is where PIM in general can help companies figuring that out and making sure that all the information you get from suppliers, from in your own organization, your R&D department, you need to store that somewhere, and that's your basis. And then you can make an analysis. Okay, what do I have and what do I need to have in order to serve my customer or my channel? And you can start enriching and collecting that data from alternative sources and making sure that it fits. And I think that is the unique feature of PIM, enabling organizations to maximize the data quality. Because in the end, that is something that you as an headless, but any environment needs in order to generate sales and accelerate them. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's true. I was stumbling about like all of the marketplaces and you have to serve them. We have customers that only sell their products via marketplaces, and they are struggling with their own web shop, which is quite, I wouldn't say it's funny, but you know, like in this time, there's everything about brand and getting yourself a name in the world of e-commerce. Yeah, so there are like some of these web shops as well who don't necessarily need their web shop. I think it's quite funny, but yeah, as you said, the web shop is just a channel, I guess, and it's your need to figure out whether you want to grow bigger with your web shop or even your marketplaces. And yeah, Amazon does need insanely amount of data, right? But what's your experience with like the how are the marketplaces divided? What's the biggest? What's the upcoming? So maybe some people don't know about. What's your idea on that?
I mean, the world really is one big collection of a lot of small players. You have a lot of local players. In the Netherlands, you have bol.com, which is a multi-vendor platform that started with only own products, but is expanded to, I think, 40,000 different suppliers that sell their products on that platform. But it is a very small one compared to Amazon, which is a global player. Well, sure. Mr. Bezos is not a poor man, I would say. You have the Chinese ones, so you have really, it's a multitude of marketplaces. Even Google, that has their Google Shopping, that has a comparison platform, and they all ask different information in a different form. And imagine yourself being a manufacturer of whatever product it is, and you serve all your customers in 20, 30, 40 different countries, facing different legislation in each country, especially if you go outside of Europe into the US or into Asia. Then you have all these different customers asking something different from you, want to have white label products. And then in addition, you have your own e-commerce environment, you have the marketplaces. Okay, and then asking your employees, make sure that everyone has the right data. The weakest link is still human. You know, we all make mistakes with best intentions and best focus. We all do it. We cannot prevent it. So a company that is facing those challenges should enable their staff to have the tools to make that a doable task. Headless could be a part of that. A PIM should be a part of it, in my opinion, as it is a ERP that needs to be there. You need to have a warehouse management system to manage your stock. You need to have your accounting system. So you should have that on the product data itself as well, because like you said, and it's already closing the loop to where we started, it all starts with data. Yeah. And if your data is not correct, it accounts for all domains of data. If you have the wrong data, you make the wrong decisions. If you have the wrong financial data, you make the wrong decisions for the future of your company. If as a consumer, you have the wrong data on the product that you're buying, you're going to return it or never come back to that company buying products there again. It is getting more and more a key priority for companies. And that's good in the awareness that product information is key in the existence and in the commercial approach of their company.
I think we talked about speed, right? So let's just make something up. Maybe if you have like a headless system, and then there will be a new device you have to get data for, like to speak to the human being which is in front of this device, whatever it is. Talk us through the process of, maybe we have a point of sale and we have a shop, and the point of sale, like an iPad, for example, and the shop are served from the same source, which is a PIM, basically. How long does it take to adapt to maybe the new device to show what they need? What's your opinion on that? How long does it take to adapt it? So, or what's the process behind it?
Well, the basis of any PIM, but I'm talking about how SRC approaches it, is a data model. So when you look at product information, you have all these different specifications, which are called attributes. It could be the dimensions of a product, the color, the functionality, the weight, and the requirements of each channel. So your online shop on an iPad has different requirements. It needs to have a resized image. It needs to have an adaptive view. If you come from Google, you get different content than you come from. So all these specifications are loaded and locked in the data model. So in our environment, you have all these different sub models, I would say, tweaked to the channel that you serve. And what makes our PIM unique is that we program those requirements into an algorithm that checks the data every step it goes through your organization. So the moment you enter data, you will already know if it meets the requirements to be sold on the shop on a mobile device or on a marketplace like eBay or Amazon, or if it complies to the local legislation in Germany to be able to be sold in a supermarket like Edeka. So that's the big benefit, that every step of the way, you exactly know where is my data, what is the quality of my data, and what needs to be done to the data in order to sell this product on channel X. And of course, setting the data models is work, and that could be a day, and it could be a couple of weeks, and depending on the complexity of the channel. But then it's there, and it's our job to maintain those models, that if there's a change in any channel, that we adapt that in the model that we serve our customer with.
And then what's the best part about it? If you talk about headless, I guess, once you have the data and you don't have to worry about the data, you can start by telling stories, right? So this is pretty cool. Like, you want to set up a new device, just do it. Just try it out. I think this is a challenge as well. Don't make it a big project. Just do an MVP, and you're good to go. So I guess that's pretty cool, that you can maintain speed and try out new channels, even some devices. If we call the headless part again, and even your shop, of course.
And I think that's the unique part where we met a while back, is that we are interconnected in how we serve our mutual customers. Like you said, the source and the basis is good data. That's where we do our magic, and how you present it in your sales channels, that's your domain. And I think it's a very strong proposition that we have when we join forces.
Of course. So we've been told to do it in under 15 minutes. I don't know if
well, I think we're doing quite good, but I think we should round up about now.
So just a quick summary, I guess. If you have heard your problems or challenges in this call, and you need an advice maybe, or some people to answer your questions, I think it could be a match, right? Speed is very important. Be flexible, and of course, if you have questions about data, I guess Tim is the best man to talk with. I would say thanks for your time, and
thanks you too. Thank you.
Maybe you have a small roundup as well. I would say to all the viewers or listeners, thanks for being here. If you have several questions afterwards, just contact us. I guess there might be some LinkedIn ads, or maybe email address. Maybe just reach out. So thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I'm out. I leave the last words to you, and thank you.
Thank you, Til. Well, I don't have a lot to add. Just the open invitation, like Til already said. If you've heard some challenges that you recognize or don't know how to cope with, just reach out. The joint forces that with Makaira and us, we have a lot of best practices that might help you approach your challenges. So thank you, and hopefully till next time.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.